welcome once again, film fans, to another quick shot review. As ever, I am your host Luke, and you are the Cheap Shot Nation, and this is episode 311, and it is the Red One, or Red One for short. It features The Rock and J. Jonah Jameson. I'll get into the cast and the director in a minute. Just wanted to welcome you here. You can pick this up on Apple Podcasts, you can pick it up on Amazon Podcasts and also Spotify Podcasts, because that is where we do the recording for the podcast, and that is where we publish them from. It just so happens that they're far and wide. You can also join us on Facebook, and you can see there what we're watching at the time as well, because I always post as I'm about to watch a film. So these podcasts come out a fair while after I've actually seen the film, but that's just for the sheer volume of films I actually go and see, which is great. Anyway, The Red One, or Red One, is a comedy slash Christmas film, I suppose. It is. Yeah, it does have comedy elements in it. I love Krampus in this film. I think he's great. The Rock is okay. Dwayne Johnson, you know what you're getting with Dwayne Johnson. He's just big, muscular guy. He's like, yeah, I'm big. And that's pretty much it. So The Rock teams up with Captain America, aka Chris Evans, to fight, and Lucy Liu. I forgot her name from Kill Bill. Otherwise, I would have said it, because all these films now, I've been watching films for so many years at this point, that whenever I review a film, I go, oh yeah, that person was this character in this film. And it's really funny when you think about it. But yeah, J.K. Simmons, or J. Jonah Jameson, is also playing Santa Claus. And when you think about it, when he was playing J. Jonah Jameson, he was after a man in a red suit, and now he's playing a man in a red suit. Crazy times, eh? Crazy times. Anyway, so the basic plot of the film, this film directed by Jake Kasdan and written by Chris Morgan, is that Santa Claus gets kidnapped, and that means that he can't deliver the presents all over the world, and he gets kidnapped from his North Pole headquarters, his safe house, which you cannot see in the normal world, and it causes a lot of problems, and he is kidnapped by a terrorist group on behalf of another mythical creature to make sure that Christmas doesn't happen. It's not Krampus, by the way. And the hacker is Chris Evans, or Captain America in this case, or not in this case. He's just called Jack O'Malley, and he's having a crisis with his family, not being able to see his kid because he's a hacker and all this kind of stuff. But there's some really, really cool elements to this film. Really cool. And one of those is the fact that you can pick up any toy and make it real, which is pretty cool. Now, you pick up a Lamborghini Matchbox car, others are available, other manufacturers, of course, and you fire this gun at it, you can drive away in the Lamborghini. Now, I really liked that element of this film. It was fun, it was creative, and it actually added to the fun of the film and the mythos, because it's Santa. Also, another thing, all the storage rooms of all the toy stores in all the world are magically connected by portals, which is again really cool, because Santa Claus makes all the toys, right? So he's going to stock up all the toy shops with said toys. And in fact, I'm just watching a What's It Now, and it just shows the Rock firing the gun at a toy car and driving away in it. Reality says that the Rock wouldn't have fit in the car that he chose, but there you go. Anyway, Yeah, he bumps into Krampus later on, try and get him to help find Santa. Of course, they are kind of related. I think they're brothers in this one, where the law says they split apart and one became good and one became evil, and there's Krampusslacht, and which is really cool. Yeah, lots of really good elements to this film. I quite enjoyed it. I wasn't even going to go and book to see it, but there really wasn't anything on at the time, and I just renewed my card for the cinema, my unlimited card. So I thought, wow, I've got to go and see something, haven't I? And I did. I went to go and see this, and it was a surprise. It's not loved by everybody. There are certain things in this film that doesn't make sense. But when I go to see a film, I sometimes don't want things to make sense, and I want it to take me away to this magical place where I can imagine that these things would probably happen. And that is a good thing with a film involving Santa Claus. If it was too serious, then yeah, you'd have an issue, wouldn't you? So yeah, not everybody has loved this film as much as I did. I say loved. I enjoyed it. It's not one that I would turn off if it happened to be on telly, for example. I did enjoy it. That being said, I'm also not going to go out and buy it on Blu-ray or hire it or whatever because I desperately want to see it again. So it is just middle for me. The critical reviews of this film say a lot about critics not really getting what films are, but they are critics. So I guess they do get what films are, but they analyze it in terms of all sorts of different things that a normal moviegoer wouldn't do. It's fun. It's a fun film, and if it does pop up on your telly, then absolutely watch it. The red one or red one. I fully enjoyed this and fully endorse it as a pure entertainment movie, popcorn in hand and drink in the other. Just enjoy film. And that is what this film is. Doesn't set out to win an Oscar or anything like that. It knows it's got The Rock, it knows it's got Captain America, and it knows it's got J. Jonah Jameson, and all of these elements really do work together because they've all got a lot of charisma between them, and put them together. It could have gone very wrong, but it didn't. It actually works really, really well. So that is Red One. And we move on to the next film, which is coming to you next week on all of those podcasting channels. So please do subscribe to us on those podcasting channels and join us on Facebook as well to catch up with all of the films that we be watching on a regular basis. And with that, I have been Luke once again, and you have been the Cheap Shot Nation once again. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.
Hiya!